I actually just filmed this video. I spent 40 minutes filming just to realize this mic wasn't on. And for some reason, that feels very not off brand, it feels on brand because it really just represents the phase that I'm in. And I am trying to rebuild my life. I'm trying to figure out what to do with my life, basically. And that's what this video and this channel is going to be all about. The worst thing about this phase is 100% the uncertainty. It's the not knowing if what you're doing is enough. It's the not knowing if what you're doing is wrong or right. And you don't really get any responses. You don't get any grades. You have no clue if you're actually moving towards something that you want to build. I really thought that building a brand for yourself, trying to become a business owner, become a social media presence, was going to be all about discipline. And I was so far from right. Discipline is the easiest part, I actually feel like. If you just put a system, make a structure, know when and where you're going to post the video, you're doing the discipline. But you have no clue if that video or the topic or the way you're making your hook, the way you're talking to the people, if that's in the right way, if that's gonna resonate with other people, if that's gonna put you closer to your dream or further away, you have no idea. And that uncertainty makes it really hard to continue. It makes it really hard to stay through the phase, even though I deep down know that this phase is inevitable. I have to get through it. It is almost embarrassing to be here. It's cringy. I'm posting videos no people are seeing. I'm not getting any likes. People don't really care. It's my old audience from my native country that are my current followers. And I'm trying to rebrand my social media everywhere, like every platform, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. I'm trying to rebrand. And I switched the language. I switched what I'm posting about. I switched the niche. I switched how many times I'm posting. Everything is different. And people are not engaging because it is my old audience still. And this phase feels terrifying. I have no clue if what I'm doing will put me closer to my dream. I have no idea. I also think that's the reason most people are not willing to take this journey. Most people are not willing to actually go through this phase because it feels so uncomfortable. It's not only uncomfortable for me, it's also uncomfortable for all the people I know because they see this as she's failing. No people are seeing the videos. No people are liking. Why does she continue? Why is she so embarrassing? And I continue because I believe in myself. I believe that good things take time and that I eventually, at some point, will find my right audience. It just takes time, and I'm willing to be cringy. I'm willing to be embarrassing. I'm willing to step into the terrifying in order to build and try to get closer to my vision. If you're sitting there thinking, who is she? Why is she talking about this? Why am I even watching this video? I feel you. I really feel you because I am just a small town girl from Denmark, recently moved to Dubai to try and build something for myself. Before I moved here, I did have a normal 9 to 5. I was actually an elite athlete in Olympic weightlifting, but realized that was not the right path for me. And it was hard to quit that sport because it was my whole identity. And I got through this phase not really knowing who I was if I didn't have the sport. Who was I if I wasn't an athlete? Who was Josephine without lifting heavy weights? And I think that journey and that phase led me here because I was already uncomfortable. So why wouldn't I just step even further into the uncomfortable, terrifying zone and use it for something and actually try to build a life and try to rebrand my entire existence into something that felt so much more like me. And the whole story about Olympic weightlifting is something for itself because I'm now using that discipline, I'm using all the things I've learned from the sport to apply it into the business world instead. Like the discipline, the structure, the time management, doing all the hard stuff that you really don't want to do, but you know you have to do it in order to get closer to the end goal. I've really learned a lot about mindset, a lot about believing in the process, believing in yourself enough. Because in weightlifting, at least Olympic weightlifting, you push yourself under the bar and you need to believe 110% that you are able to lift this weight. If you just have a little doubt in one heavy lift, you will fail 100%. And one thing I learned from one of my old coaches was this sentence that still follow me the day to day. He always told me, you fail 100% of the chances you don't take. Listen to that again. You fail 100% of the chances you don't take. And I use that in every lift, every heavy competition. I thought about that. I thought I need to give this my 100%, otherwise I will fail. And when you lift 90 kilos, 120 kilos above your head, you need to be very sure that you can actually hold that weight. Otherwise, it will kill you. Like, it's a whole story for itself. If you want that story, let me know, write it in the comments, and I will get further into that. Because there was one specific point where I knew this was over. And that was a point where I almost broke my back. I haven't posted it anywhere on social media because I had so many feelings about it. And it was still so raw to me that I didn't want it out there. But now, I think it's almost a year ago, actually. And I'm ready to talk about it. Oh, Jesus. If that's something that you want to hear, just let me know. But now I am living in Dubai and I just quit the business I had before this. After the Olympic weightlifting, I had no clue what I wanted to do. So I just naturally became an online coach because that's the easy way. It's just the natural step. And I was great at it. After 2 or 3 months, I earned more money than I've ever had, but I also realized this is not a life I want to live. I do not want to have to make content that I don't feel aligned with. I didn't like the online coaching kind of content that where you have to push other people to buy your stuff and try to convince them that you're better than everyone else. Because in reality, the coach that earns the most money or not necessarily the best coach, it's just the person who's best at marketing, best at social media, and that's just not something I want to compete with. If people are choosing me, I want them to choose me because I'm a great coach and not because I'm good at social media. So I quit the business and moved to Dubai, and now we're here and I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. And I want to take you with me on this journey. And if you're on the edge of also wanting to build something for yourself, feel free to follow and like this video and give me a little comment because I would love to know if there's other women in this position, not knowing what we're doing, very uncertain, a little terrified, but just trying something. And that's also something I've learned. Just do something. The quicker I fail, the quicker I make the wrong decisions, the faster I'll also know what the right one is. So right now, I have no clue what I am doing. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I know nothing. I don't know what the next step is. I don't know what the next decision is. I'm just trying to do something and just trying to move. Because if I'm moving, I will grow and I will learn so much more about myself. I don't know how to explain it. I'm very uncertain and it's terrifying. Usually I'm the type of person who wants structure. I really want to know what time, when I need to do what I need to do in order to get here, like see the roadmap for me, but there is no roadmap. I have no clue. I don't have the blueprint. I don't know what I want to do. And it's weird. That's the only thing I can say, basically. It's just weird not getting any feedback. I feel like the algorithm is even more confused than I am. And that's weird. It does not know who to push my content out to, because the people that follows me don't really want to watch it. And it's just in this in between trying to rebrand, and it just feels like everything I'm doing is wrong. Nothing is working. But I do think this is a phase that you have to go through. I have to go through this in order to find my right audience, to find some people that resonates with this, aligns with where I am in my journey, maybe want to follow because they want to go through this journey as well. And I'm gonna make these videos very raw, very boring, just talking and letting you inside my head on this journey, letting you know where I am, what is bothering me, my ups and downs. So, overall, I'm trying to build something that I don't know what is. I have no clue what the end goal is. I'm just trying. And the worst thing that can happen, what is the worst thing that can happen? I don't know. The worst thing that can happen is that I end up at a normal 9 to 5 again. So I think I'm going to take the chance, try to build something that feels aligned with me, something that gives me the freedom to be able to, on a Tuesday morning, go to the beach if that's what I want to do. Or I just really want to find my people, find someone who also wants to take this chance and build something for themselves that is bigger than what we're told we can do by society. I do not want to be a woman who's just working a 9 to 5, having to birth children, and that's my life. I want to have a brand, I want to have a social media presence. I want to give people the chance of knowing me, knowing my brain. And I think everyone on this earth has something to bring. We're all like different in our ways, and we all have something that will make this world better. We just need to figure out what it is. Some people are great at high ticket sales. Some people are great at discipline. Some people are very good athletes that have something that they can share. And we all need to find one thing that we can enlighten the world with. And I think you should do it too. The worst thing that can happen is people not seeing your videos. So what? I'm still the same person. Nothing changes. If you don't want to like my video, it's okay. I don't really care. This is also videos that I can look back on when I'm further in the journey. And I know that if I want to have the life I want, this is just something I have to go through. And I would rather be 100% honest and share the journey if other people are in the middle of it as well. And then there's also videos that I can look back on and watch and see how far I've come, like how well I've developed, my mindset changes, everything. I think it's going to be so much fun, both for me to look back on, but also for you to follow along and maybe show you that this kind of life is not as scary as it seems. Like, in 1 year, I quit my elite sport. I moved away from my apartment in Denmark. I sold my apartment, moved to Dubai. I've been traveling around for 6 months. I have built my own profitable business in only 3 months and quit it again because I realized I was building a prison for myself. So life is really not as serious as we make it, and you should take the chance. The worst thing that can happen is you are going to end up in the situation you're sitting in right now. So do yourself the favor, take your dreams seriously because no one else is going to do it. And I think I'm going to end it with that. If there's anything you want to say, write it in the comments and I would be more than happy to sit here and talk to you. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any parts of this journey because I'm going to document everything. I hope you do yourself the favor and let yourself go for your dreams because no one else is going to do it for you.